Millennials, welcome to Advanced Lessons in Millennial Money. And if you're not a millennial, you're still welcomed. I'm your host, Alexandra Gonzalez. Today, we have a very special guest, Kim Kiyosaki. She's Robert Kiyosaki's better half and an internationally renowned speaker, entrepreneur, real estate investor, and the author of Rich Woman and Its Rising Time. When Kim left her home in Oregon and courageously moved to Hawaii to attend college, she had no idea that her move to an island paradise would change her life in every single way and set the course for a future that would transform the lives of millions. Who else could dream this big? Like many college freshmen, she planned to graduate, get a job, work, and climb to the top of some corporate ladder. She figured that college would be the ticket to a more secure life, just like we all did. But while working for a local business in Honolulu, Kim discovered that being an employee wasn't her dream. But I'm sure we've all felt like this at some point. But she realized she wasn't getting where she wanted to be in life. She felt like something was missing. That's when Kim's real education began. I sat down with Kim and I got her thoughts on an article I read that claimed men suck at making money. Now, before I get attacked with all the men out there, let's see what this is all about. What comes to mind when you hear that title?
Well, I think that's kind of funny. So many women, nobody teaches money in school. Nobody teaches financial literacy in schools, or very little. Mm-hmm. And for women, most of us, not only do we not we're not taught about money, but we're actually expected to depend upon somebody else for our financial well-being, a husband, a family member. And as we know, due to divorce, 50% of marriages ends in divorce. And I just read that the average age of a widower, a woman whose husband has passed, is 55. Okay, so many women are not prepared financially to take care of themselves. So when I hear that men suck at making money, well, there are a couple studies. One is that, I think it was the Fortune 500 companies, they had shown that companies that had women in executive positions and board positions outperformed companies that did not.
Wow.
Okay? I know from my own experience, girlfriends who are entrepreneurs are very pragmatic, very practical. They look at the bottom line. Same with investing. And even studies that show that an all-women investment club regularly outperforms the all-men investment clubs. Oh, wow. So I'm not saying that men or women are better at making money. It's not really a gender thing at all. It's really about how smart you are with your money and how smart you are at what you do.
The article says that men call in sick to work more than women. Men work fewer hours than women, and men cost companies way more money due to things like lawsuits. We know why. Injuries, of course, and healthcare costs. Kim has some thoughts on this. Let's see what her opinion is.
I interviewed a woman, her name was Sally Krakow, and she's very much into Wall Street. And there's this assumption that women are risk-averse, is what they say. And she said, no, it's not risk-averse, they're risk-aware. So they're more willing to look at the pros and cons versus just, oh, here's this great deal, let's go do it. They'll dig into the numbers and they'll look at all of the consequences of investing or going into a business. So I think that's a good thing. There was something else I just read recently about, and this just drove me nuts. Millennial women were stressed if they were making more money than their boyfriends or spouse. That they're stressed about that. There's such a stigma about women and money. It's got to start. Even today, I see the little girls dressed up in their little ballet things and with their home cooking ovens and all this stuff. I'm like, give kids a choice. Just, give the boys a choice to cook too, and give the girls a choice to play army.
I couldn't
give
agree
them a
more.
choice, because these statistics have got to turn around.
Has anyone ever told you something that makes you feel insecure or made you overthink? Because I can take the crown for overthinking. Kim gave me some amazing advice when someone told me I was too ambitious. And I remember not so long ago too, I met someone and they told me that I was just way too ambitious and that they figured—
Way too ambitious. Mm-hmm. How did that make you feel?
It was the first time ever that it made me feel insecure about that. And like I told my mom, and I was just like, I can't believe this. I mean, do you really think maybe I am too ambitious? Or because he was like, oh, a mom should be like a mom, someone who stays at home, takes care of the kids, and like works,
You're
but not as
making
much.
my blood boil, Alex.
I know. I'm feeling the heat. but I was just, it made me insecure.
Why is it that a woman is too ambitious and a guy is like driven?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just nuts.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's the word choice.
Okay, so my whole thing is for women to be whoever they want to be. I'm not saying you have to go down this route, but have the freedom to choose. And I think that's what's really great with millennial. Like my generation, I chose not to have children. Robert and I chose not to have, that was a choice. Generations before me really didn't have that choice. They were just expected to get married and have kids. Millennials today, I see they have a lot of choices, and they can choose, the women can choose to be the powerful, businesswoman, the powerful moneymaker, the powerful whatever she wants to be, the powerful artist, whatever she wants to be, and the guys can do the same. So I'm hoping that there's going to be a lot of blending of these stigmas that they start to dissolve in some ways. Because for somebody to say to you, you're too ambitious, I'm like, yay, go Alex,
Yeah.
be as ambitious as you want to be and dream as big as you want to dream. Because I think for a lot of women, the two things that we want, maybe three things, we want confidence, okay? Because society, parents, religion, culture all tell us the way we're supposed to be. I think if we start questioning everything we're taught, and not to just blindly believe what we're being taught and to go along with what society says, but if we start to question every single belief and say, is this my belief? Or do I really want to accept this idea and that I'm too ambitious? Question, what does that mean, I'm too ambitious? I have big dreams? Is that wrong? So I think if we start to, and the millennials are questioning this more so than other generations, is what does it mean to have freedom and have independence? What does that mean, and how do I go about that?
Kim switches things around here and starts asking me questions, and maybe some questions you should ask yourself. You'll see.
One of the questions I often ask, and this is money related, but we could fill in the blank with anything, but if money were no issue, okay? If money were no issue, money was handled, wasn't an issue, what would you do differently with your relationship? What would you do different career-wise, business-wise? What would you do different family-wise? But you could say, if my belief around family or career, or just start to just like question everything that you think about in those realms, and start, I'm like peeling back the layers, because I do this in my own life. I'm peeling back the layers all the time going, what is it I really believe? And what is it I really want? And trying to put aside as much of the noise that is out there, and especially today with social media and technology, and oh my God, there's so much noise, to really get down to who you are and what do you want.
Mm-hmm. I love that, and I think that's something that would be useful for me and anyone else too, is just taking into consideration where would I be and what would I want to do if money wasn't a factor. Yeah. And so I guess from now on, that's a way I can evaluate moving forward any problem or any situation I'm facing. I asked Kim for her thoughts on gender and what the difference is between men and women. Here's what she had to say.
The markets don't care if you're male, female, black, white, purple, yellow. The businesses don't care if you're male, female. Most things in life, there's no distinction between male and female. The markets, businesses only care about how smart you are. And so I think sometimes for women, we have to over excel a bit, because there is still this perception that we have to be more than. And this drives me crazy, because oftentimes people come up to me and they say, oh, it must be so great to be the woman behind Robert. And I go, well, sometimes behind, sometimes next to, sometimes in front of. It all depends on the situation.
Now, Kim opens up about her opinion about women in business. You'll be surprised.
I think women make fantastic entrepreneurs. And it's a niche that has no limitations. If you have kids, it's not a barrier. You can take your kids with you, especially online today, with all the opportunities online to start businesses and create income. So I think entrepreneurship for women is a real great opportunity today and for the future. And women are smart. Women are smart when it comes to money. Women are smart when it comes to business. They have a lot of common sense. A lot of the ego is set aside. So I think, and they've got a lot of, they've got so much going for them. I think the only thing that holds us back is ourselves. And if we can get this out of our way and start looking at what is it we really, really, truly want, what is it at our core that's really important to us, that's really meaningful to us? Do we want to make a difference out there? Which I see with a lot of millennials, they really want to make a difference. And I think that's a great place to start.
And finally, Kim gives us insight into what is most important to her.
At my deepest core level, I just want freedom. Freedom to do what I want, when I want. Freedom to follow the path that unfolds every day in front of my eyes. Freedom to not be held back by anything outside of me. And if I can be true to that and keep living every day, freedom to do what I feel needs to be done, then I'm happy. So I think for every single person, there's something at their core level that's most meaningful and most important to them. Not something outside, but inside at your core level. And if you can tap into that and start living your life true to that, that's a home run.
And that's it for today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to get notified. Do it for your own sake because we're trying to help you out here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and tune in for your next financial education lesson. Bye!